We're gonna play Jack and the Beanstalk, but replace Jack with Wario.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
And replace the beanstalk with beans.
Oh.
And I'm going to chew the giant's fucking toes off.
Oh, jeez.
Also, it looks like we got monkeys.
Oh, yeah. They're like wolf monkey things.
Or actually, no, they're actually wolves.
I forget if we deal with monkeys in this game.
Part of me still wonders what the Disney, like, Jack and the Beanstalk movie would have been like.
Oh, gigantic?
Yeah, I'm honestly sad that that whole thing got canned.
Wait, Disney was gonna make a Jack movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, how old was this?
It was like a few years ago.
I'll put it this way. It was old enough that, it was recent enough that, Zootopia had a reference to it.
That's right. It was one of the bootleg movies.
Oh, okay, so it was a modern Disney movie.
Yes.
Okay, so nothing of value.
It would have been. There was a decent concept there. That I don't know why they dropped it. I think they dropped it to focus on Frozen 2, which I like.
And honestly,
Frozen 2.
if we're gonna be pedantic, we already have a movie adaptation from Disney. It's called Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
That is technically true. It was one part of a two-part movie, which has a very dark as fuck beginning when you really think about it.
Oh, of course, when Donald's about to kill people, just murder.
Yeah, because he was so driven by hunger, he was gonna kill.
I'm just talking about the whole cavalcade in the beginning, where Jiminy's looking through all those newspaper reports. Like, I remember, like, maybe it was like at a very bad time when I was watching it, considering real world events. But that part kind of hit me a little hard. Even though I understand the whole point of that movie was to make you feel better.
Of course. So, with all that going on, I know the Disney movie Luca looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks fine.
It's like a Mediterranean. Have you seen any trailer? Have you seen the trailer for that, Icky?
I saw about audio.
Actually, I
Okay.
didn't know that the trailer came out. I think the most I've
It's like a
seen of
teaser
it
trailer,
is
but go ahead.
okay. Like the most I've seen of it is one of the. I don't know if she was a storyboard artist or it was one of the staff members of Luca. What am I trying to say? She was posting like pictures of her progress for that. And one thing that I really liked is she also posted a bunch of these like super wholesome like Lois and Clark comics, and they are like just the most devil-damn wholesome thing you'll ever see.
I'll
Well,
look into
the
that.
couple of themselves have done right art is already the most wholesome thing you'll ever find.
Yeah. Did you ever? I
Well,
forgot.
one of anyway.
Actually-
in the DC universe.
Right. I guess also, running on all my other weird, like, tangential stuff today.
Oh, shit.
Hype, did you ever watch any episodes of the Lois and Clark show?
I keep forgetting that's what it's called.
Well, that's a little before my time, good sir.
Yes, but yeah, so was freaking a lot of old NES, and I don't know. I'm trying to make some sort of reference to the fact that like we're not like ones to like turn our noses up to things that are older than us. But
I just
understandable.
found it weird that it was like just of all things that.
Oh yeah, by the way, this level we get introduced to these things.
Ooh.
Manta rays.
Actually, another thing about is this the same kind of class of enemy we've already seen back in the Honda level?
Yeah, it's like the sharks.
In
The
the
sharks
what?
that
Oh.
swim in. Those are like the sharks
Oh,
that
the
swim in the
manor.
floor. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the
Not
heck
really.
the red chest.
They're
Oh,
just
there it is.
more like manta rays rather than sharks.
I mean, I'll give credit where it's due. They do typically have to, like maneuver differently, even though it's the same general idea.
Almost.
do try.
I was expecting to not come back down here until I was able to activate the yellow chest, but I guess
Also, is it
all that time.
Is it me or the pterodactyl enemies for the stage like friggin' Pidgeys
They kind of do
I
look
kinda
like
see
Pidgeys, now that you mention
or
it.
Spearows? I don't know. One of the earlier Gen 1 birds.
They look really doped out, not gonna lie.
It's the googly eyes.
Oh,
You know what, for hell of it, I'll show it at least once. Come here, you cute little dickens.
No, don't do that. They're going to sniff at your toes and then chomp you.
oh.
Also, I do love how their
Oh.
feet do elongate to showcase that they're about to attack.
All right.
Okay, never mind, I'm wasting time.
Yeah, okay,
Ooh,
fine
tree
enough. So,
freak.
the Tulipatui. How do we fight him?
No, this isn't Tulipatui, it's the tree freak. So
You basically gotta throw its chestnuts back at it.
Okay.
that stupid face.
Oh,
Also, be careful because the bottoms of them do hurt, and to properly pick them up, you're gonna have to use physics to your advantage.
Yep. If you
Fair
ground
enough.
pound the nearby chestnuts, they'll flip around. Oh,
Okay.
that's a tool patootie though.
Oh, I can definitely recognize that now as a Tula Patootie. Hey!
I love how that enemy literally ricocheted off that wall.
Just went flying.
Like, literally the speed of a freaking bullet.
Also, we'll say,
there's the
I
L
don't think
button.
our money problems are really any... I don't think they're present anymore. I think we're loaded.
I mean, yeah, no, it does come to a point where, over time, I'm just gonna, well, I'll get whatever I can come across, but I'm not gonna let it impede my, oh dear god, this part.
Oh,
boy, remember that one thing with the blue globe? Now you gotta do it again.
Yeah. Aim it just right, don't get stung.
It's the tenseness so nice, they brought it back twice.
This is what I literally call a butt-clenching moment.
Nice. First try.
Meanwhile, the force
In
of...
case you're wondering what that clap of thunder was, that's what.
gonna say, just the force of
And
unclenching
the
this-
clap of my ass cheeks alerted the bears!
By the way, are these bears made out of steel or something?
And the clap broke the earth in half.
Ha. No, I'm just still big. And the clap of my ass cheeks alerted the bees.
I think my favorite is still just like the extremely different face when he gets to dummy.
Was that the same
An
actor? Was that...
animator basically.
Go ahead.
Basically, you know who Brock Baker is, right? He's the guy that did the whole Goofy Wants His Money saga.
Motherfucker.
I never watched that one? Okay, well, that'll be nothing to show you later. But anyway.
Okay, so basically, Brock Baker is kind of like an up-and-coming voice actor, pretty big from what I'm seeing. He, I guess, for a friend, he recorded an audio clip of Winnie the Pooh doing the whole dummy thick meme, and said friend animated it.
No.
Someone animated it. It was a pretty solid pencil-like animation, too.
And I did make sure to get everything down there, right?
I believe so,
Yes.
yeah. You got the thing, and you got the chest, so yeah, we can continue forward.
Hopefully that won't bite me in the butt later!
Do you have a favorite...
Well,
Oh.
What? Oh,
never
hi.
mind.
Wario got an epiphany.
Oh,
Nice.
that's what they were doing. Okay. So,
Puzzle strats.
so do you have a favorite level in this game?
This game? Hard to say. Like, I'd probably be more inclined to pick levels I don't like compared to those I do like. I mean, I guess, to set the tone, I do think the first two levels are perfectly fine, and,
I think Wonky Circus is the highlight for me.
oh, yeah, the Wonky Circus. I mean, just for the visuals alone, and all the fucking kooky-ass shit you'll find.
Goodness
Then
me.
the fact that there are clowns everywhere.
Ah!
Ow.
Now, where's those stuff?
That is one metallic bear, I guess.
I will take this. See ya, sucker!
Whee!
There you go.
Still counts.
That does occasionally happen to me, I
Ooh.
fucking hate it, but I appreciate when I can stick the landing. Speaking of sticking landings,
You ready to free fall?
What?
Free falling.
and I love how the game literally knows you're about to do free fall, just, does this.
Free falling. There's coins.
Free fall.
Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding,
jeez.
ding.
That's Wario's equivalent of bungee jumping.
It literally is.
No, it's
Oh,
like
that's
that
it.
Super Monkey Ball level where
Alright, careful.
literally free fall.
Nice.
Battle time.
Yeah, I heard the jingle. You're
So
good.
yeah, no, I was right, Iki. There's technically two rings here, because there's another one we'll be coming up to later.
Okay.
No, the other one is just a crystal entity.
No, that's...
Also, we got these guys.
Oh yeah, the things with literal propellers for legs. They suck.
They just float.
And get in your way with their wind turbines.
True.
Wait, you said they suck? I say they blow.
I mean, same principle, I guess.
Also, for some reason, the turtle enemy for this level is a wolf with cannons on his back.
A really weird-looking wolf.
I just
Yeah,
had a
it
bit
doesn't
of
fit the
a
aesthetic at all.
What's up, Pipe?
just as an editing request. You know how we have like those like somewhat loading screens of Wario as he's just like jettisoning through the screen. And it's like, ah! Do you think
Yes.
like in post you can add like the Wario scream from the meme? You know, the whole like.
If you can supply it to me, then I'll be sure to splice it into one of them.
Where was that sourced from?
You know the one victory pose that Wario has in Smash Brothers where he's laughing so hard
Oh,
he falls
yeah.
on his back?
Yeah, he's like just rolling around.
He's laughing himself to death. And
Yeah,
I
he's
love
rough.
Yeah,
it.
basically people took the last third of it, you know, they and just elongate that.
Oh, yeah, they do the Paul stretch. I get you.
Oh, by the way, this area outside of this puzzle room is where we're introduced to another gimmicky enemy.
Enemy and an enemy squad.
Alright, don't hurt yourself.
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Oh,
Ironic, no?
I'll test my luck.
I mean, Wario's German.
Did you say don't touch me?
I mean, yeah, he was originally designed to be a German counterpart to Mario's Italian nature.
I don't know what actually that says about. I'm gonna stop that line of questioning.
So I missed.
I am the Antalian.
And you know what? Why don't we go further with that? For what I've done on research, Wario's creator, what was his name? Hiroshi Katake?
The monstrous magnets.
Yeah, no, they're kind of their own little gimme. But what was I going to say? In designing Wario, he took two major inspirations. The most obvious one is Bluto from Popeye, because, I mean, look at him.
Of course.
Look at him.
The second major inspiration is something a little more obscure, but for those that, have a history with Disney's library might know who we're talking about. Stromboli!
Oh.
You know what? Now I
could
remember that I want to say Waxinator did it, but I remember
Oh,
someone
also, real
definitely
quick,
did.
these guys work.
Yeah.
I'll say real quick, I like these enemies. They kind of work like the icicle guys, but on walls.
Yep,
Right.
the monstrous magnets.
Okay,
I was about to say, like, I don't know who did it, but I remember someone did a redrawing of that one still from Stromboli, you know, the whole boys, and redrew it as Wario.
Oh, what?
Ow.
I could see
Bullshit.
that. It's that. Plus,
Also, here we have rams.
Yep, and they look doofy, but they fucking pack a punch.
I know the most
They
recent.
ram.
Go ahead.
Also, these guys are back.
I do know.
So anyway, you were saying, looking.
I was gonna say that I know that one of my more like personal favorite for like childhood nostalgia reasons, one of my favorite redraws I've seen is somebody took that cutscene from Clue Finder's 4th grade, the Egypt Adventure, and
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they turned him to Wario.
they really did turn him to Wario because like I mean the animations in that game are pretty limited because the time it came out. Nice. Because of the time it came out and
Nice.
stuff, so they basically were able to like redraw over every single frame since they only had to do
Oh,
Why'd you let that happen?
Because it's funny.
especially since they only had to do it for like 5 frames. Careful.
Also, ironically, the rams are a unique enemy in this case.
Yeah.
But
Despite being like one of the most rudimentary enemy-like animals on the planet.
but yeah, they just outright nice. But yeah, they just outright
Screw platforming.
yeah, they just outright redrew that entire scene. So it was Wario talking to Mario. So Mario's going, the ring, stop mocking me, stop mocking you. Anyway, do you know what I'm talking about at all, Icky?
Something to do with Pinocchio.
Okay, that's what.
Well, there's that too, but he's talking about Clue Finders.
There's an old learning company,
call it the Learning Company.
edutainment. There's an edutainment game.
No,
they
that
made.
actually is the name, the Learning Company.
I know, but just the concept of the joke saying there's an old learning.
I know
company
the games
called-
you're talking about. There were
Yes.
edutainment games for the PC.
Correct, and the villains from at least 3 of those games had Charles Martinet as the voice actor of them.
Really?
Yes, if you go back, trust me, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together because of how young I was when I played them. But if you go back, I can name them off for you. In the Toy Store Adventure, he basically does what I would consider an evil Mario voice. Like, listen to it. And then in the 4th grade Egypt Adventure, he does basically evil Wario. Well, I mean, just normal Wario. And
Can you send me a link, actually?
yeah, sure thing. And then I want to say it was
Like, leave it
for-
in the Discord chat here.
And then I believe it was for the Haunted Theme Park. The Haunted Theme Park is where he basically did Evil Luigi.
Wasn't there a swamp-themed game in the series?
Swamp. You're probably thinking of the 3rd grade adventure with the
Yeah, well, the third grade adventure that had like the plants that were the Beatles.
That one I played!
yes.
That
too.
one I distinctly remember.
I forgot what it was named. It was the Green Dragon. It was like something Thra, like Moth. It wasn't Mothra. It was something.
It was
though,
like
and
the only one I enjoyed because it had like logic puzzle elements.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Puzzly puzzles.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. There was a logic puzzle where you had to like color the rocks a certain way or something. Like
Or something about like colored snakes or whatever.
Yes, I remember that. And you had to use the snake.
I think it was like one of the last puzzles in the game.
Yes, the tech tiles or whatever to like you had to like form. I remember that. Yes, it was like to free all the animals. I remember
God.
the ones I remember liking the most. Sorry, James, this is turning into this corner right now. The puzzle.
By the
games
way,
I remember the most.
it
and
is very
enjoyed- Go ahead.
real talk is very easy to fucking when you're trying to throw those magnets onto the grating. Sometimes the other magnets will get in the way, and that technically will kill them both. And then you got to worry about them respawning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what am I slowing on you for?
Oh, that.
By the way, remember the sliding tikis from the previous level?
Yeah,
Now they do
they're-
that with rams.
These poor guys just run into this. Also, back there, the context
Don't worry,
of what
they
just
can
happened there
climb
was
right up.
you chucked that big goat, and the other goat, and the other wolf. You chucked that big wolf, and the other wolf was so frightened he just despawned out of existence. He was like, "This was the safe."
live the war.
That was the
Long
safest
live the
route for
fat
him.
man.
Was to despawn himself away. Nice. Anywho,
That was beautiful.
You alright, Hi?
I want you to add in like a car crash sound effect.
I don't know.
just
Funny that. Well, I mean, and you know what? It's a better ending here because he doesn't fucking die.
Yes.
what I was joking is I imagined the scene, that scene from Lion King. When I initially just had it be like, instead of long live the king, it's long live the Wa. But as Mufasa's
It's
as
the
Mufasa's
Warriors.
falling, it's the Wario yell. And then when Simba yells, it's a Waluigi yell.
Damn it! Now we gotta edit that at some point. Not for this, but now we just gotta see how that sounds like. Will it hold up like my Patrick screaming one?
Well, I mean, you could just like take the screen cap, but with Wario's head and a ram.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll figure something out. While he loses his mind to that, the other Clue Finder games I remember liking were the 6th grade adventure where they fought evil plants underground. Like it was a whole like plant uprising. It was mainly focused on like sciences and stuff. And then careful. And then the other game I remember, what was it? The other game I remember really liking just because it felt satisfying was. It was this. They called it the Math Adventures. It's basically where they were up in like the Himalayas, like they were trying to solve a mystery of a Yeti or something. And
We
it's
had
like,
that one too.
and I love that one because of how. And I love that one because not because of the smaller puzzles, but because of the bigger puzzle was. It was basically a repetitive logic game where you have this whole cube. And it's like the game Guess Who, where you have to keep eliminating. Like once you're like, okay, the treasure had no red in it, so let's eliminate all red treasures. Now it couldn't have happened in this location. There were no cows,
Oh,
so let's
what?
eliminate all locations with cows in them,
Let's
and
just
then
destroy all the
Eliminate
cows.
all cows.
eliminate all cows from the earth. No, so basically you would deduce your way to solving who must have stolen this, and it was very satisfying. Anyway,
Who
battle
stole
time.
the Yeti's? Oh, you're right.
That was it, yeah.
Battle arena.
Told you.
So okay.
Hey,
To get you involved in this, since you're doing another beat 'em up, James, did you have any favorite edutainment games like that?
the closest thing I can think of that I remember playing was Reader Rabbit Kindergarten.
Was
the
that-
one that involved the camping trip.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, you had to like get the whole camping ground. I remember that one a lot actually as well. I actually played that one far more than like say the one with Charles Martinet the Dragon in it.
Oh yeah,
He
the
also
Third
had,
Race of Dragon.
We also had Big Thinkers, both kindergarten and first grade. I enjoyed those.
And there's still parts of me that wonder if that was what led to the whole like malleable. That's all. Sorry. Moving on.
Check my Twitter for more.
I'm just saying like it plants. I don't know. It's exposure.
We also had Blue's Clues.
Yep, we did it that one. I had freaking.
Oh, Putt Putt.
Putt Putt. Yeah, a lot of people had Putt. I remember that one.
I honestly
there-
God wish I did grow up with Putt Putt, because from what I've seen of those games, it's like those would really be games I'd dive back in those days.
Oh no! Did you ever play any of the Humongous Entertainment games?
Not that I'm immediately familiar with, no.
That was humongous entertainment.
So I can tell you right now.
Oh, come on!
I can tell you right now, and it will definitely run on your computer. I can tell you right now, if you're genuinely that curious, pretty much every Humongous Entertainment game is available on Steam now.
For cheap.
Pajama Sam, Spy Fox, all of them.
Yeah, no, I know that, and at the same time, I wouldn't be against it. At the same time, though, it's one of those things where I've already seen like reviews for those games, and it's like I've more or less seen everything I need to see with most of those games.
That's fair. But I did.
But I'm just saying, like, if I was playing those games when I was younger, then I would totally enjoy them.
Oh, I like them for two. Sorry, they'll let you do things. I like them for two reasons. One was that they weren't edutainment games; they were basically baby's first point-and-click adventure games. And
I mean,
unlike
you
most,
still learn stuff doing them.
right? But
Yeah.
unlike most point-and-click adventure games, those games were always like randomized to an extent. Like you would get like some puzzles would be different on one playthrough than if you're on a different playthrough. So there's a lot of replayability as a kid.
I mean, hey, you want to know why I learned from Putt Putt?
What'd you
That
learn?
the snack truck will give you unlimited cotton candy, popcorn, and drinks.
Yeah.
You can click on it however many times you want. It will never run out. and
Yeah, I
you'll
get that.
Keep
You
getting
got this
them.
physics. You got this. You do those physics. Yeah. What were the other games? There's this one edutainment group of games that I'm trying to desperately find, and I want because I owned them, and they came in a big They came in a big, diamond CD case, whatever they called those. Where like it was the kind of case where you could hold like 3 or 4 CDs in it at once, and
Oh,
all I remember about it was that it had a logo of like a dude with a big mustache, but it wasn't the
It wasn't the Pringles man.
it wasn't the Pringles man, and it wasn't that one other dude,
Spideractus.
but Spideractus. But yeah,
I
no,
love you,
it's-
Spideracticus.
I will admit, a part of me feels bad that Matt wasn't here for this particular fight because this would not help his fear of spiders
Oh, I
at
bet
all.
not. Especially in a
Nah,
war,
this
you know
one
it.
looks kind of doofy.
Wow.
Well, it's doofy until you actually pick him up and see what's like literally what's below quarters.
Well, we'll see. Oh god, I'm actually already getting nervous. But yeah,
It's not that bad.
I'm trying to find that game because like I want to be able to figure out what it was. Because I'll admit there is a part of me. I don't know what it is. Sometimes there's just a part of me that's like, yes, I would love to be able to relive my childhood nostalgia just for a moment and see what that game was like. But yeah,
If only we could travel back in time.
Yeah, but for the life of me, I've
know-
tried looking on wikis. I've tried going to the Reddit, the subreddit of, hey, help me find this lost thing because I don't remember its name, and I can't find
Was
it.
it the Gigglebone games?
No, it was not. However, you can't. However, I can find you. I can find you a website, Icky, that can let you download the Animaniacs game that they made.
They made an Animaniacs game?
Gigglebone or
Like an
Funny Bone
entertainment
Interactive?
game?
Yes.
No, thank
It's like-
you.
The
Okay.
heck is that?
That's
The
clarinet.
scepter. The scepter. It's a scepter.
Oops. Oops.
What are
Spoilers.
you doing?
Okay, it is
Nice
a scepter. You're
scepter.
I told you. Nice scepter.
It's nice.
Right. Oh, that's right. This is also where the pause screen where you actually get a little name for all the stuff you collect.
Goblet of
The nice
iron.
goblet.
What does he call the
As
N64?
opposed,
That is a nice goblet.
as opposed to the fire goblet.
Real quick,
As
James, can you
opposed
go
to
back?
the not
does he
as
actually,
nice
does, he call,
goblet.
does he call the N64 an N64, or does he call like some silly name?
It calls
Let's
it
see.
Nintendo 64. And the NES and
There
whatever.
it is. Okay, so he does just.
Yeah,
oh,
see?
I thought there was gonna be some silly like Pikmin-esque kind of name for it, like the Sellout or something.
Honestly, now that I think about
The
it,
king of cartridges.
kind of a missed opportunity. I'm kind of wish they made like for the sake of Wario World, they made custom decals for the gaming consoles you collect to just have fucking Wario's bulbous insignia or his nose on them.
The one
Oh,
Nintendo
dude, did
60.
you ever get those decals? Like the officially released ones?
I never.
I don't
had
think
them,
I don't think they've ever had official decals that are Wario based.
I
Well,
do.
no,
I,
I'm not talking about the Wario. I'm not talking about like a Wario decals. I'm talking about like GameCube decals in general.
I know I had a. I know I. And I never could tell if they were official or not, but I know I always had to get a see-through controller. Like my
I know
my
they
pri-
released one for XD Gale of Darkness.
my pride and
There's
my
that.
pride and joy for my N64 was a green see-through controller. Like that was always my controller. Go ahead.
The one thing I immediately remember as far as decals are concerned is that I remember getting custom decals for my GameCube, which literally were more or less based off of that big promotional artwork for Melee. And this was like after the game came out for the record. Like I think I just got it on a whim. And that's like as far as I ever really went as far as I'm concerned. I mean, like, unless you count the decal, like the stickers I put on my Switch dock, which are Mega Man 11 based.
Okay.
Don't worry though, folks. We're actually almost done with the level.
We're getting there.
All right, we're recording. Hi, everyone.
We're doing okay.
Hello.
Hello.
A little bit further. Hype, how you doing?
I like how it wiggles its tree roots at you.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Hype. Did you did we already include you in the edutainment conversation?
Not really.
Crap. What ones did you play?
Well, I can't say I played like a lot like the
Oh,
CD
speaking of
one.
gaming consoles.
Like I can't say I'm familiar with like a lot of the CD ones that you guys mentioned, like the Humongous
careful now.
Entertainment and whatnot. I will say one that I definitely played a lot of growing up, like particularly in middle school. I forgot what the studio was called, but it was like a series, well, more like, I guess, a universe of sorts, since there's technically more than one series in it. But like this universe of like PlayStation 1 edutainment games.
PlayStation 1 Entertainment Universe?
Yeah, basically it had stuff like one series that had like a bunch of these like CGI birds, like a toucan and whatnot. One of them involving a blue moose. One of them involving like a band of dogs, like a literal like rock band of dogs.
Wait. Back up. Describe that thing again.
Which one? The rock band of dogs?
No, the blue
Yeah, the
moose,
blue
I
moose.
guess.
And there was a pink. I want to say it's a girl, but a pink thing that I swear is called Google.
Was this before Google was a thing?
It sounds like was there ever like a bit where you were in the jungle and there was like a monkey and you had to go to like a toy store or something in the jungle and like.
I don't remember if we've ever played that one, but one that I definitely remember was there was actually kind of like a crossover of sorts with some of them, where it was like Google and the Blue Moose were on a team fighting, like doing like a space race or something against this other team, and the CGI toucan from the other series was the referee.
That's cool. Also,
Okay,
Army
can I just
Spider.
ask something?
What?
Yeah,
Nope.
how could you be afraid of this doofy-ass spider in army camo?
He doesn't like spiders.
I mean, it's on this. Well, it just looks so. I think what it is that it doesn't look as doofy and cartoony as you'd think. Like,
It's
yeah,
the
it does have the goofy eyes,
it
and I think
does.
that's what ultimately does. But otherwise, everything else about it looks very true to form what a spider looks like. I mean, look at this,
And the legs and how it
and
curls
look how it
up.
wiggles
Ugh.
when you're holding on to it.
Yeah, the fact that it behaves like a real spider. Like if it had tap shoes, it would be far less scary.
Yeah, no,
Well, if it was
it-
Squitter.
this is literally Squitter's older cousin
You know what
No,
it is?
it's-
Okay,
who went into the force.
okay, being
It's
real.
his
Okay,
veteran uncle.
okay, here's another thing. I have a phobia of things that make loud noises and/or things that move very, very quickly. Like, it's just something that just genuinely unsettles me, and that is why, even though it looks doofy, that is still genuinely one of my least favorite parts of Super Mario Sunshine, where whenever you rip off one of Gooper Blooper's tentacles, hyperbole like that,
yeah.
whenever you rip off one of his
It's-
tentacles and they just go, and they just start flailing
Oh,
around.
they twitch around and everything.
I hate it, though. I hated that. Also,
I mean, I don't like the death scream of Phantom Manta.
That's
Also, don't crawl into the webbing if he's not conked out.
Ow.
Yeah, no, he is a fucking force to be reckoned with in that webbing.
Also,
What if this thing was voiced by Arlie Ermy?
Also, is it just me?
Rest in peace, good sir.
Are these web falls? Are these Weber falls?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are total web falls.
Yep.
Oh, webby
And they sticky.
rivers. Huh. But I was gonna say, the other thing, I like this boss because like it utilizes that physics we were talking about again.
Exactly. That's what I. Well, to some degree.
Not going to lie, I think this is one of the more boring bosses in the game.
Well, the mechanic is neat to me, where you have to like basically, slingshot your way onto the boss.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's an interesting boss gimmick. It's just that it's so slow.
Honestly, nothing will ever be as painfully dull, like unrealized to me as. You know what? I'll save that for later because it's a spoiler.
I mean, if it's the boss that you're talking about that I'm thinking of, then yeah.
It
Well-
definitely does feel like a case where that could have. It's a boss fight that I feel like really needed more steps than it got.
Granted, it has more steps than it got in the Japanese version.
What happened in the? You know what? I'll save it for later.
We'll talk about it when we get there.
Alright, Hype's still BRB, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. I will say, the other thing is that, since we were talking about stretch panic and stuff, yeah, it does explain a lot more about this game's design philosophy, where it's just... There is more to it, because stretch panic is basically just a glorified boss rush.
It's just 12 bosses.
It's a glorified tech demo when you really think about it.
Granted, it was one of the earliest games developed for the console.
Yes, it was.
And-
And I mean, again, this game was built off of that same engine, I think.
You can tell by the lighting and the sound design.
That and the use of its polygons, because Wario here just if you have immediately obvious that he has no neck.
Just
Anyway,
nothing
sorry
but
about that.
chin.
I had
What
to
the
put
back?
the dogs to bed.
No worries, you're in time for the third world boss.
But I mean, Linda had a neck. It was just covered by the scarf.
Well, no. You don't understand, Iki. Like, it's very easy to notice, especially when, like, after you've beaten the stage, when you do the whole turnaround. Wario's body is clearly is literally separated from the rest of his.
Oh,
his head is separated from the rest of his body.
God.
Yeah.
It's only not that noticeable here, considering the fact that by and large Wario's look at him.
Yeah, it's just.
Look at him. Pure Wario.
Yeah, also, no, I said, oh god, because I remember what boss is coming up next.
The best boss in the game.
Yeah, no, what Iki said. This is literally the best boss in the game. I'd rather this be the final boss than.
What is his name, Mickey?
Red Brief J.
Don't ask what the J stands for.
What's the J stand for? Oh.
And no, I mean, James, that's not even a very low bar. It's not even a very high bar. The freaking any of these bosses would have been a better final boss, but
Brother.
Huh.
So this is pretty much what I like to consider. Like, this is a clear-cut case where he may be bigger and stronger than Wario, but this is also a case where, you know, when Wario puts his mind to it, he can literally beat up anyone so long as he knows what to do. Like,
Including a big bull in a thong.
just look at the strut that he poses and stomps towards you. And be careful, because yeah, his feet, his walking can hurt you.
Yep, he is literally too hot to touch.
Also, he can fire fireballs at you.
This is probably one of the most Wario bosses I've ever seen in this game.
Yeah.
Watch out!
Are you sure it's Wario? I mean,
Wario, you know what I mean? Like Wario-esque in the sense of like, when I think of Wario, I always think of like very weird gameplay. That's why I consider the Tingle games to be the Wario games of the Zeldaverse.
Pretty much.
well, I mean, I consider. Well, no, this isn't the most Wario-ish boss. We'll be getting to that later.
You're sure?
I don't know. This is.
Well, I mean, think about it this way: we fought a giant wrestling lizard in a thong. We fought a two-headed dragon, and now we're fighting a bull in a thong with a fucking whole.
I mean, now that when you put it like that, I can see where you're coming from.
Also, I love his flailing animation. It's so basic.
You have anything to weigh in on this with hype?
He's a big pig with gun arms.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to my next hamburger.
Hang on, I gotta say this. I gotta say this line here coming up. It's hang on.
Oh!
This should be it. It's like,
Game?
oh damn.
Oh, wait, fuck me, I was pressing the wrong button.
Well.
Why of all times did I get that brain fart?
Well, I'm gonna have to do it again now and pretend like I didn't.
I just find the funniest part about this boss is the thong.
Yeah.
Like, look at that thing.
Here, I'm gonna try it
This-
again.
Ow.
Oh, what the?
Ooh, hello.
Oh, I thought he
Ow.
hugged you.
I mean, granted, he did.
He did, and I was expecting more of that, to be honest.
All right, let's.
But yeah, no, the kitty gloves come off now.
Yeah, here we go. So now I can say his famous line: "Unleash the bogus."
Unleash the wah.
Also, did you ever notice his bulging chin?
Yeah, I see. I also noticed his
Yes.
bulging
Oh.
eyes. It looks like when he's burning, but I like
His
the energy.
bulging
Yes.
muscles.
I like the energy of this place and like his sounds he makes. It's a lot of nice energy. Woo.
But I did notice there, like, when he does that attack, and he's, like, within that, like the grating that, you know, the lighter grating, he does sort of, you know, flinch
He
a
does
bit.
kind of recoil so you don't get into cheap shot.
Oh.
Fucking,
Oh.
damn it.
Okay, one more. You got this. We got this. We can finish home.
Wow, this is the longest I've ever seen anyone take on this boss.
Gosh.
Like, he speeds up the fucking big time here.
This is what we get.
Whee!
I would say this is the trade-off we get for doing better than we thought in that snowy land.
Yeah, no, it's like, eventually Murphy's gonna come in and be like, hey, can I watch?
All right, this is it. Boom!
And burning he goes.
Toasty.
I'm okay.
Okay, no, I'm not.
No.
I'm not.
All right, that's right. Lava kills me.
But yeah, no, that's a clear-cut case
Well, now
where
we get the third key.
just because you're stronger doesn't mean Wario can't beat you.
At your own game, no less. Oh wait, this is a game.
Oh. Well, hey, one world remains.
And to be fair, this is the same year where Wario decided to start his own game company.
Oh yeah. Well, then that explains where all this treasure went to when we get it all back. It was an investment.
Basically,
much.
this was a weird year.
It was. It was a weird year for Nintendo in general.
Oh,
And
jeez.
yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, we're literally at the home stretch now. One world to go before we could say, finally can get my stuff back. So with that said,
We got a little bit of magic, we got a little bit of pyramid, and we got a little bit of pirate ship.
actually, one last thing I'll say before we end off. Something I find kind of weird is that they actually leave the journals that you can save into here. Not sure why, considering that you're allowed to save your game after you beat a level. So
Can I say the joke? Can I say a joke that I don't like that I thought of this joke, but I need to say it now before Matt gets a chance to, should he be in the next part?
go for it.
That if we look at that fourth world area, Wario's thinking to himself like,
Finally, I can now deal with my greatest foe yet, the Illuminati.
By the way, did you notice that the song has lyrics?
yeah, it's very faint.
Doodle-wop-boo-wow.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all next time for our final world of the game, Sparkle Land.
Sparkle.
It's bound to be an enchanting experience.
Ching, sparkle, sparkle.